The atmosphere here, football-esque, stadium-like. Here's, oh, beautiful move that from the Belgian. But the Red Bull KTM rider makes it back-to-back home wins here.
Tom Vial arrives with the 11-point lead over Jago Hitz in the MX2 standings after enjoying the top step of the podium at the last 3 GPs. Meanwhile, Tim Gjaser leads Maxime Renault by 73 points in MXGP, despite missing out on the podium in 3 consecutive events. Guten Tag, everyone, and welcome to round 11. We are back in Teutschenthal for the Liqui Moly MXGP of Germany. Now, this hard-pack track has been hosting World Championship motocross events since the 1970s, so it's a regular feature on the MXGP calendar. The Liqui Moly mountain dominates the track here. Let's see how they get on at the Liqui Moly MXGP of Germany.
KTM Cossack team takes us for a lap around the Teutschenthal circuit here in Germany. The downhill start, wide sweeping left, gives way to the Foxhole shot line, and then we head up over Liqui Moly Mountain for the first time. We arrive at turn 2, this sweeping left, a series of little singles on the inside there. You see how slick the ground is before we hit the Monster Energy step down. Look how much they've built the ground up on this part of the racetrack. So now we're immediately onto the flat, heading back across the start straight, through this little bomb hole, and then arriving in the tight left, turn 4. Past pit lane for the first time. A series of braking bumps will arrive here, that little single before we hit this floater. Downhill, the run towards the Monster Energy finish line. And as we come into land, we're already into a tight left turn, turn 6. Get out of there nice and early, over a small tabletop before arriving at this tricky right-hander. Always a series of ruts. We have a track change here. No more waves, but we have this triple jump, if you like, a table and a single, right before the city jump, which is more of a floating crest. But you can utilize that bank around the outside before hitting this little scrub jump, and then geeing out the bottom before tripling up onto the plateau into this 180 left. Another Liqui Moly jump, this time stepping downhill, and then we have this series of 180 rights and lefts. The exit of this one leads to a Monster Energy tabletop jump, but again, the changing nature of the ground eventually gives way to ruts here, so the riders really will be following the leader through this part, and you can see how deep the ruts are just there. Through this left, this is where you will hear the noise if you are particularly supported by German fans. Onto the plateau, through the bitchy tabletop jump, and then we drop through this right and left and back through the sweeping first turn to start another lap here at the Teutschenthal circuit, Teutschenthal.
So my role in the team is to help the riders, coach the riders, make sure their programs are good and get them in good confidence for the races at the weekend, and then also help in any positive way with the team as well. You know, when I'm looking at getting the best from both the riders, they're both very different. Yeah, the riders, they're always trying to do a little bit extra, whereas sometimes I think my job is to make sure they don't overdo it and then make sure they're ready for the weekends with lots of energy, positive attitude. My step up to the MX2 class, yeah, learning and just want to ride races and doing the best what I can and improve every race. I think it's going quite good now. Maybe the start, yeah, maybe the start is the biggest improvement.
From the outside, Kai cars makers. And if that's the case, it's the first Foxhole shot for him.
Before this year, I had never had a race like 30 minutes plus 2 laps. So that was, yeah, all new for me.
yeah, just needs to make races and races, and it will be better, I think.
This is the first year for me with Hitachi KTM, and also first time for me working with Steven Sward this year. And so far it's been going really well. Like, they're all working for me, and I feel like we made a good step for me personally. Like, I'm a better rider this year than I was last year, and I think it also shows in the results and everything. I think it's a lot mentally just to feel like secure, to feel like you have the support and get comfortable with the bike, enjoy what you're doing. Yeah, they say that I'm quite aggressive on the track, which doesn't really reflect my personality maybe off the track. Yeah, it's something I've been working on a little bit to stay a little bit calmer, like in the start and pre-moto and stuff. I feel like it's getting better and better because I put myself there every weekend. I'm always there fighting in the top 5, so I think that would just come naturally for me being there every weekend.
Just starting to build now ahead of MX2 Race 1 here at the Liqui Moly MXGP of Germany. 30 minutes plus 2. Vial, he pulled a whole shot from there. Can he turn it into a foxhole shot today? Gets a good jump and he's already clear at Benistant. Kyle Wolf down on that first turn. It's Vial with a foxhole shot for the 7th time this year. Thibault Benistant all over the back of Tom Vial. Langenfelder went defensive, he got the wheels down, and then all of a sudden he got alongside him here, and that was 5th place for Hara. The battle for 2nd place then with 14 minutes to go. Benistant hanging on, but he's got his teammate Jago Kietz behind him. Vial about 2.5 seconds further up the track.
You can see frustration in Jago's riding. You see him getting on the gas a little bit earlier than he normally would and breaking the rear end loose, the front getting away from him there. He really wants past. He's probably
this time, Kietz does get around the outside of Benistant, takes that 2nd position away. A lap ago it was a rehearsal. This time he makes it stick. The gap 2.7 seconds though. He's still got a bit of time to make up to the Red Bull KTM, who continues to lead the race. Cut back as they cross turn 1 here. He was doing this line in the warm-up this morning. He's got alongside Langenfelder, who looks across helplessly. The F&H Kawasaki rider is through into 7th place.
This
or is
outside
he?
line's been a lot quicker all day.
Oh, he does, and then he gives Langenfelder a nudge. He falls down. Tell you what, Horgmo's going to need security when he gets back to the paddock after that. Vial goes too deep into the berm there, and again a mistake, and that may be the difference. And Kietz gets alongside. Can't make the pass happen. All of a sudden, a handful of corners to go. We are in for a grandstand finale. He heads to the finish line, and Vial wins race 1. No celebrations, but another race win. Fantastic race, less than a second separate 1st and 2nd. But another 3 points gained in the championship chase for Tom Vial. The racetrack here had a little bit of water on the track. It'd been prepped overnight, so it was a little bit fluffy and some nice ruts were developing, but all eyes on the battle between the top 2 in the championship, because Tom Vial arrived here with an 11-point lead over Jago Kietz. So the question was, would Tom Vial extend that lead? Would Jago Kietz close up? What about the rest of the guys? It's Vial again, a bike length clear. Benistant in 2nd, Adamo number 8 in 3rd, Kietz in 4th, and then the 2nd rider in red, the homeboy Langenfelder. But an early challenge for the lead coming here, just as we saw on lap 1 a week ago in France. Vial all the way to the outside, no return there. Benistant leads. Kiet needs to strike, he needs to strike now. Can he do it at the end of this next straight? Adamo knows he's there, he's had a cheeky look to the inside. Jago Kiet this time goes the long way round over the finish line jump. Can he put the squeeze on Adamo? Yes, he can. Kiet's now up into third. .516 goes around the outside of Adamo, moves up into fourth place. Looks like he's got a little bit more fire in his belly. Vial stalls a bike at the top of the hill, but that looks terminal. He can't get it fired up. Tom Vial out of second position, and is he out of the race? He had 14 points going into this race, but he cannot fire that Red Bull machine up. There is nothing more Vial can do. Hart can't get over the inside, but he will have the commanding line here, and Hart will move into third. Kiet on 460. Vial 8 points behind him in the championship. The championship lead will change hands today once again if things stay as they are. Thibault Benistant, Monster Energy Yamaha, wins race 2 here in Germany, and he takes the overall Grand Prix victory for the first time in his career. Fans appreciate the efforts of Simon Langenfelder, 5th overall this weekend with a 9th and a 4th. The overall classification belongs to Thibault Benistant, a 3rd and a 1st to pick up 45 points, one more than the new championship leader and teammate Jago Kiet. Tom Vial, big disappointment for him. He was victorious in race 1, a mechanical technical issue in race 2 robbed him of certainly a 2nd place or a 3rd place. 3rd overall, Mikkel Hara back on the podium, Big Van World MTX Kawasaki. 2nd overall, Jago Kiet, Monster Energy Yamaha Factory MX2. But it's his teammate at Monster Energy Yamaha, Thibault Benistant, who will eventually and finally stand on the top step of the podium here in Germany. But Antonio Aliaputella, the FIM CMS director, hands the championship leader's red plate to Jago Kiet. He's back in control of the MX2 championship as we head to Indonesia.
Paddock talk time here at the Liqui Moly MXGP of Germany. Now joining me we have Roman Febvre. Finally, he has made his return back to the MXGP paddock. I can't imagine, but it's been a very difficult and complicated injury for you, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has been tough, for sure. Tough. Yeah, the toughest one in my career so far. It's the past. It's like this. It can happen. I try to fix that injury as soon as I could, and yeah, it took really a while, and then I got like 4 surgeries in total because we had some complications. So yeah, obviously wasn't the best, but yeah, now we are back. I will start in Teutschenthal where we see where I can be, let's say, and then start working from there.
Yeah, well, it's great to have you back, Roman. Best of luck for this weekend.
Yes, I won in Metterley, all the races, all the hole shots, everything. That was a perfect weekend for me. For sure, it cannot be always perfect. The level from Metterley, we're already higher than that because everyone is improving. Yes, I was in the last few races for sure better, also more consistent in the front. You improve all the season long, you get better with the technique, better with the fitness. Yeah, this weekend is my home GP, but actually I'm not feeling too much pressure. I'm just trying to do my best, like in all the races, and yeah, to make a nice show, and I hope we'll be able to do this.
We found out Mattia already last year. We was talking together with him and with the KDM group. We wanted already to swap on the big class.
But then I decided to stay in the MX2 because I wanted to be on the fight for the title.
After a few rounds of this year that were not going as planned, after Maggiora, we decided to change. For sure, it was a surprise also for me. I didn't expect to be so good just after a few times on the bike, and now I have more time on the bike, so I'm more confident. I can do some experience with the new bike and be ready for the next year. I'm already really happy about the speed and the race I did, so I think till the end of the season it's possible to be on the podium for one race. It will be really nice. When he jumps on the bike, he looks really good on the 450. So we are making already many hours on the bike and prepared for next year. Our rider is really young. Simon is just turned in 18 years old. Mattia is 20 and Jorge is 21. Our future is looking really forward. Not only the riders, but also all the partners, the mechanics. The team is really fresh this year. We are ready to build a good future.
Well, this year has been a bit weird, the start of the season for me. I've been always on the podium, which was very positive, but at the same time I expected a bit better results for myself. I think I didn't perform as good as I was hoping, even if I won a GP and I've been on the podium almost every race. And then on the training, quite a stupid crash. I hurt my shoulder, so my shoulder came out and it was quite a big injury. I lost Maggiora and then I came back for Sardinia and got on the podium, which was unbelievable. I didn't even think I could race that weekend. So yeah, some up and downs. I was quite consistent on the podium, but I missed a little bit taking that first spot on the top of the box. I think just one time it's not enough for me, so hopefully now we can improve and we can get some victories till the end of the season.
Tim Gjaser's lead over the last 3 rounds has been slashed from 81 to 73 points now.
He hasn't made the podium in 3 consecutive GPs.
We've had 3 Yamaha victories.
I think halfway through the season, he still has comfortable point lead, but he can't afford any more bad weekends.
Last weekend in France, he was disappointed not to make the podium. So is he feeling 100% coming into Germany, yes or no?
He needs those points. Even 1 point makes a difference.
We know he can win here because he was victorious here on 3 previous occasions and also last year.
It's a hard packed track. He's got the pace out there, the speed, good line choices.
Expect Tim Gjaser to come out firing on all cylinders and ready to sort of open up that points gap. It's the MXGP qualifying race, the Liqui Moly MXGP of Germany. It's Gjaser who leads. All of a sudden, Jonas there in second, Evans in third.
Renault. Oh, big crash.
Renault down. That was a big crash for Maxime Renault. Tim Gjaser, a qualifying race winner for the 3rd time this year. He wins the qualifier here in Germany. Maxime Renault, after that qualifying race, will not line up. He has fractures to 4 vertebrae. Tough blow for Maxime Renault. The fly race in 15-second board up for the first time today, then MXGP Race 1, 30 minutes plus 2 laps. The Liqui Moly MXGP of Germany here at Teutschenthal. And it's going to be Tim Gjaser with the foxhole shot for the 3rd time this season. Siwa lent on Febvre as they went into the jump there and then over the finish line jump. So Siwa now up into third place. Prado, desperate to find his way past his Italian teammate. Does he let him go? Does he, Eck? Keeps him back there, makes the Spaniard work. Tries to go around the outside this time, and he does. So Prado alongside, brave move that to move into fifth place. Fernandez down the inside of Guadagnini, takes over sixth position. Oh, and Prado down out of fifth place. So Fernandez and Guadagnini go by him. He's going to lose a couple of positions. He gets one back immediately, with a bit of leg swag in the process as well. But Guadagnini, again, gets his elbows out and said, get back. So Prado losing fifth place. Where are we looking now? Oh, yeah, just there. Just legged his way around. That was it. Just the front end got away from him. Tim Gjaser, for the 11th time this year, heads down towards the finish line and takes victory here in race number 1 in Germany. The green flag down the front from our FIM race director, Mr. Ingo Parch. Fly Racing, 15-second board up for the final time today. MXGP Race 2 here, the Liqui Moly MXGP of Germany. And it's Siwa who leads and grabs the foxhole shot for the first time this year. Jeremy Siwa. Tim Gjaser gets around the outside of Prado, moves into second position and immediately goes after Jeremy Siwa. Jonas and also Fernandez had problems there as well. So over on the right-hand side, he's alongside Fernandez. I think they hit here. Watch this. He gets pushed over onto the right-hand side, lands in now. But look, even Fernandez almost into the back of Prado. Koldenhoff looks to go down the inside, and he does. He makes light work of the German and moves into 8th place. Here's Tim Gjaser, he's now 7.4 seconds. And he's definitely dialed it down. He looks like he's going to play second fiddle to Jeremy Siwa in the second race here in Germany. He knows he's going to be on the top step of the podium with a first and a second. Jeremy Siwa rounds out the final turn here at the Liqui Moly MXGP of Germany. He wins race 2 and takes second overall. Third overall this weekend, Jorge Prado. Second overall, Jeremy Seewer. Lots of home support for this Swiss rider. Tim Gjaser, Team HRC on the top step of the podium, a first and a second. Tim Gjaser keeps hold of the red plate, and he's extended his lead to 101 points now over his nearest rival.
It's been a great day here in Teutschenthal as Tim Gjaser made his return to the top of the box in MXGP. There was also a first GP win for Thibault Benistant in MX2, while Yamaha teammate reclaimed the red plate, helped Crichton Vial's misfortune. We'll now wave goodbye to Europe and see you in 2 weeks as we visit the island of Sumbawa for the first time for the MXGP of Indonesia. Auf Wiedersehen!